pasensya na kayong nangitid sa kansa Against the Light. So, by the way, my name is Dexter Magallanes, 20 years old from Tungunan, Kanang, Galiti, base Mar E3 Alpha. So, we will discuss the philosophical and scientific debate on gender. So, the discussion around whether gender is assigned at birth or established at concept and recognized at birth is complex, touching both scientific and philosophical dimension. Uh, so, uh, uh, let's start by understanding what these terms mean. The idea that gender is assigned at birth uh, suggests that a newborn gender is determined by medical professionals based on visible anatomy. Meanwhile, the view that gender is established at conception argues that one's biological sex, male or female, is determined by genetics XX or XY chromosomes from the moment of conception and simply recognized at birth. So, from a scientific perspective, the biological composition of a human includes both tangible and intangible elements. So, the tangible components are the physical body, including chromosomes, anatomy, and biological characteristics that differentiate males and females. The intangible involves the mind, identity, and personality, which contributes to one's sense of self and experience. So, philosophically, the debate touches on the nature of reality and identity. One's view, influenced by essentialism, holds that gender is inherent reality tied to one's biological sex, suggesting that it is established at conception. It is established at conception. So, this perspective leans on the principle that essence precedes existence, meaning one's identity, male or female, is intrinsic and grounded in biology. So, in contrast, philosophy posits that identity, including gender, is shaped by social, cultural, and environmental factors. This aligns with the idea of gender being assigned at birth, where identity is seen as combination of biological and social construct that evolves over time. When we consider when we consider the composition of a person, the directing factor and the deciding factor and the influencing factor. So first, the directing factor, often seen as a mind, soul, or consciousness, guides one's decisions, actions, and self-perception. So the deciding factor includes biological aspects such as chromosomes and hormones that determines one's sex and conception. The influencing factors encompasses social upbringing, culture, personal experience, and psychological development that shape one's gender identity. So, an important point in philosophy is that death, death is equal to separation. When the tangible or body is separated from the intangible, which is our soul or mind, life cases. So, this principle can also be a metaphor in the gender discussion. Separation of biological sex from social construct of gender leads to different understanding of identity. So if we look at the philosophical principles, the argument that gender is established at conception and recognized at birth finds support in essential and biological viewpoints, emphasizing a natural intrinsic identity. The concept of assigned at birth, however, aligns more with constructivist theories, highlighting the role of society in shaping identity beyond biology. So ultimately, the debate reflects deeper questions about the nature of identity, whether it is primarily biologically rooted or socially constructed. Both philosophy and science provide perspectives that contribute to this ongoing discussion. So the key takes away is that human beings are a blend of tangible and intangible components, where both biology and social context plays critical roles in shaping identity. But how one weigh with these factors depends on the philosophical and scientific lens once one chooses to adapt, and that's all.